Hey everyone, welcome back to Patriot Ridge Farm. You'll have to forgive me, I have the flu. I've got a fever, I'm hacking my freaking head off, I can't breathe through my nose, and I'm just absolutely exhausted. Which brings me to this video. Now what do? Well, there's work still has to be done, animals still have to be taken care of. And I'm not doing this for sympathy, I understand that, I'm not that kind of person. But, you know, the animals still need to be fed, they still need to be watered, they still need to be checked on. And thankfully, I still got enough gumption in me to get up and move. But 52 years old, I'm a little wore out from this. And I know this, but I know it's flu A because a huge amount of students in my kids' school is out with flu A. They come home with a little bit of sniffles and snots, and man, I get the bounty of it. And, you know, I think back 2020 when I got COVID, it wiped me out for 2 months, literally 2 months. I was on 2 different antibiotics, ended up with pneumonia. I was on steroids twice. I never took the pokey poke, but it took me literally 6 months before I could walk across flat ground without getting winded. Just having your legs cut out from underneath of you. So I guess they refer to that as long COVID, which I believe I had. Now I get this, and as much as I just want to go to bed, excuse me, sorry. As much as I just want to go to bed, I can't. My wife, her job has just got her completely overwhelmed, so she's been working overtime every evening. So I can't expect her to come out here in the dark and do what I do. And the mud is still so bad here. I mean, that's just from the one side of the pig pen where I go in to feed. And I had to hold on to fence posts and everything to get my feet up out of there without pulling my foot out of my boot. And that's just how it is. Thankfully, we haven't had any rain in a few days. This is the first blue sky. We actually had sunshine yesterday. It's the first time I've seen it in about probably a week. Been cloudy, overcast all day. It's starting to break up a little bit. Hopefully, we can get some work done on the greenhouse this weekend. That's the plans, regardless of how I feel. Unless I'm just completely wiped out. We're going to work on the greenhouse tomorrow and Sunday. So still contending with the mud, but I got the hay rolled out around there, so that'll help. But you got to consider, you know, if you have a farm, if you have a homestead, if you have animals and stuff like that, they still have to be taken care of. No matter how bad you feel, you have to come out and take care of these critters. And like I said, my wife, I can't expect her to leave her work and get farther behind and come out here, do my job, and then go back inside and try to get caught up, because she's going to end up spending more time on the computer. So I just suck it up and take it. That leads me to the second thing. You know, I just read a thing here not too long ago. 77% of 17 to 24-year-olds do not qualify for military service. 77%. Leading cause, obesity. Second leading cause, mental health issues. And I see all this stuff now. Oh my God. And just call me from a different generation here. But I see all this stuff now. Oh, guys they don't know how appreciated they are. Girls aren't telling them how much they appreciate them. You know, the only time you'll ever get flowers is at your funeral. You know, guys have feelings to do. Man, are you serious? Come on. Really? This is what we've come to? This is exactly what we've come to. You do your job. Your job as a man, your job as a daddy, your job as a husband. You do what's supposed to be expected of you. If you've got issues that you can't face today and you feel like you need somebody to tell you how appreciative they are of you all the time, and like I said, I'm from a different generation. I don't expect that. That's like my job. Every year we have to do a performance review on ourselves. We do our own performance review, and then your manager gets it, and they, you know, they'll concur with whatever you put in there and add to it if they think that they need to add more to it for you from a manager standpoint. And then they give you a rating: unsatisfactory, satisfactory, outstanding type of thing, or high satisfactory, then outstanding. And we're told all the time. You got to toot your own horn. You got to put as much stuff in those things as you can, just to, you know, so you can get the recognition and everything that you need. I shouldn't have to do recognition. I take care of my patients. I take good care of my patients. I don't need to sit and toot my horn and hey, everybody, look at me. Look what I do. I don't need to do that, but this is what everything has led to at this point. And I don't know. Like I said, I know my wife loves me and appreciates what I do. And the reason for that is I'm still looking down at the grass instead of up at the roots, because that woman would have killed me and disposed of me a long time ago if I wasn't pulling my share and doing what I need to be doing as a man and as a husband and as a daddy. So, this whole soft generation, all you skinny jean wearing, man bun sporting dudes out there that think you need to get flowers from your girlfriend, you think that you need to be told all the time how appreciated you are and all this other stuff, man, you better tighten up. You better tighten up big time, because this world ain't going to have any mercy on you. It is not going to have any mercy on you. And people call off all the time. I talked to my manager today on Teams on the computer, and she's like, "You sound like death. What is wrong with you?" And I said, "I've got the flu." And she goes, "Why are you working?" I said, "Because I work from home. My job is sitting in front of a computer all day." And it's not just sitting in front of a computer. You understand, I do patient care and everything like that. I said, "But there's no reason for me to call off. There's no reason for me to call off. I'm not around any patients. I'm not worried about infecting anybody else. Hell, my kids gave me this stuff." And, "Oh, well, when I get sick, no matter if I'm teleworking or not, if I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm not working." I'm like, that's the difference between me and you. I mean, now if I'm on the toilet with a bucket in front of me, that's a different story. But if I'm just dealing with fevers and sweats and coughs and body aches and everything like that, I can still effectively do my job. I may not sound the best on the computer, and you may have to or on the phone. You may have to give me a couple minutes to cough and get my daggone toenails up out of my lungs, because that's how bad I'm coughing sometimes. But, the work ethic is just not there. And I see this so much all the time, and these people are making freaking TikTok videos and YouTube videos and everything else about this. And, I don't feel appreciated. I'll dive into my work when my heart's broke or I'm hurt and stuff like that. Hey, we all did that. That's how we got through it. Instead of sitting around and just focusing on and dwelling on the hurt, the feelings of inadequacy or whatever, you've got to move forward. And I don't want to ever hear anybody say, well, it's because mental health is more recognized today. No, it's not more recognized today. Mental health is mental health. It's been around for a long time. The problem is you got people who are so-called professionals who are putting their little spin on it. And then you get these soy boys out there who think that they should be getting flowers and they should be getting told how appreciated they are and everything else all the time. Hey, let me tell you something. If that's the kind of man you are, you ain't a man. I got news for you. That's just how it stands. I'm out here doing my part of my job, my work, and everything that I need to do to make sure my animals are taken care of, make sure my farm's taken care of. And tomorrow, short of being on my deathbed, I will be out here working on that greenhouse tomorrow. So, the soft underbelly of this couple generations, y'all need to man up. Man, I tell you what, whew, Jesus, you couldn't last 20 minutes with me on this farm. You think you can? Come out here. I'll give you an hour with me on this farm when we're building fence, clearing brush, and everything by hand. This ain't for the weak people. This ain't for people who want bouquets of flowers and need to be coddled and cuddled and told how appreciated they are. So, if you're one of these people and you think that you want to be a farmer and you think you want to be a homesteader and you think you want to take on all these responsibilities, I got news for you. It ain't easy, but it's a good life. It's a good, honest life, and I enjoy the work. So, flu be damned. We're still taking care of our critters, getting our animals, or taking care of our critters and getting our chores done. And that's what you got to do. You got to keep pushing forward, one foot in front of the other. And that's it. I feel miserable, so I'm going to complain for a minute. I feel miserable, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in the house, and I'm going to take it easy the rest of the evening, and I'm going to medicate myself with a bunch of daggone Mucinex and Sudafed, because I'm coming due for my next dose, so I can just keep my coughing and my snotting it to myself. So think about that. Man, you see these videos, I'm telling you what, I don't feel appreciated. I have feelings too. I need a bouquet of flowers to make me feel like a freaking man. Good Lord. And 77% of you don't even qualify for military service. As soft as the military has become, and it's a social experiment, and everything is about social justice and equality and this and that and all this other crap, man, we're in trouble. That's all I got to say. Get and stay prepared. Stay free. God bless y'all.